In the history of the galaxy, never has a 50-year-old toddler created this much of a stir. The surprise reveal of a Force-sensitive, frog-loving, doe-eyed baby of the Yoda species has set Star Wars fandom a Twitter,
Baby Yoda,
birthing countless memes, appreciation posts, tattoos, even making its way into the world of late-night TV and politics.
Curveball, what's Baby Yoda's whole deal, and why are people so excited about him?
he's a baby. He's so cute.
Stop touching things.
The diminutive cutie with an innocent curiosity has been affectionately dubbed Baby Yoda by fans and has become the most coveted toy of the holiday season. But alas, Baby Yoda the toy is still in a galaxy far, far away. In a rare move putting content over profit, Disney delayed the marketing and merchandising of the adorable tot in order to preserve the surprising reveal, a move praised by series writer and director Jon Favreau, telling Entertainment Tonight they narrowly averted the dark side.
I have to thank Disney and Lucasfilm, because the way the cat usually gets out of the bag with that stuff is merchandising and toy catalogs and things like that.
The series of toys, not available until spring of 2020, includes an 11-inch plushie for $25 and multiple bobbleheads ranging in price from $13 to $30. In a year where toy sales are down 5.5%, analysts say a hit toy for the holidays could have made Disney millions. But overall, delaying the reveal was a stroke of marketing genius, reigniting the fervor and suspense associated with the Star Wars genre and its merchandise. Disney, for its part, is happy with the delayed rollout, in a statement saying, in part, "It was important to us that the reveal of the new character, the child, be a special moment for fans, and we could not be more thrilled with the response," confirming the Force is strong with this one. For today, Joe Fryer, I am in a galaxy arriving this spring.